What is up, guys? So I'm spin back again, and today I got with me Transformer Siege over Cybertron Skywarp, and I just got this out of the mail. And I figured with this being probably the last secret I'll get, I figured I'd do the whole, the whole shebang bang, have the box and everything. So here's this box. Here's the front art, and as you can see, they also put a little picture of I can't think of her name, but it's the green female Autobot. You can, tell me her name in the comments because I don't really remember. This is Amazon exclusive, I believe, and it comes with some extras. As you turn on the back here, you come with the Skywarp, which you kind of expect, because he better be in here. Well, yeah, and we get some little mini cons, one of the kind of weaponizers to call them. You get a pterodactyl, strut, and fracas. Now, I'm pretty updated on my G1 stuff. Grew up with it. Well, if I remember correctly, wasn't Fracas the target master for Scourge? I'm about to look it up, because if he is, I'm probably gonna end up giving this to my my Titan Scourge, because he needs a Fracas. As you can see, much just like Starscream, so we can go ahead and start that joke now. He has 22 steps to conversion, and the rest of them are, since the rest of them little small guys is 5 steps. So basically saying they're simple. So without further ado, I'm gonna get this box open. But let's admire this really good artwork here. In my personal opinion of a Siege box art, they've been killing on artwork, and I'm kind of like Patriot Prime. I kind of wish we were getting the little collector cards with these. Similar to the Combined Wars and Type Returns like these. I would love to have these pictures right here on some artwork. I mean, on like a card. Cause I think I make a really nice, cool collage. This looks really good. But anyway, let me get this bad boy cut open, and I'll be right back. Okay, now I got everything open. I figure I start with basics. First and foremost, let's go with the instruction manual. Which, we all know how Skywarp's gonna transform, so that's not even a shock. But, as a whole team, these guys are called the Decepticon Phantom Strike Squadron, which I think is pretty cool. And, here you are, so it shows you the basic stuff, how to transform Skywarp. Let me get this open there. And yet again, nothing new. This is all basic stuff. We all know this by heart now, I assume. So yeah, there's all that. But what's new for me, especially because I never bought any of the weaponizers or microcons or minicons, we can call them. These are all new to me. So as you can see here, just bring this over here. You can see that strut is apparently the strategy guy. Pterodactyl is the spy. Oops. And Fracas is, if I get this thing to hold out. And Fracas is the artillery guy. Fire support. It's really cool. And here you can see all the transformations. I'm sure a lot of you guys have probably actually been buying these weaponizers, so the transformation is probably not anything new to you either. But to me, these are kind of new. I never bought any. And here are their weapon strengths. So if you guys want to see that. Here's Skywarp holding them. All that good stuff. Now, get this out of the way. Let's start with Pterodactyl, I believe his name is. He looks pretty cool. He's kind of what you expect from a weaponizer. No real paint, but he does have a little bit of what I think this is a dark gray here on the wings, which looks pretty decent. And it's all got some molding detail. Oh, it also has a little bit of the same gray paint right there on the fin, and a little bit of blue in the eyes. So that's pretty good. And as far as transformation goes, now I haven't even read instructions because I figured this would be simple. So from what I gather, is transformation. I think you just fold these in right here, and let's see, pull this out, tuck that in, and I think this is the X, right? That's basically what it is. And you also get these cool blast effects, which I'm kind of glad to have these. And I think you can just plug these in right here to give it kind of a, I guess if you're hitting a guy or hitting the ground itself. Cool little explosive effect. And bam. I think that's pretty cool. And you know, I think we all know too. Let's bring in Skywarp for a second. He can hold it, I'm sure, in his hand. Anything else? Let's get that in there. There we go. So now he has an axe. So that's pretty cool. Alright, moving on to the next guy. Yeah, this guy, we're going to come back to you. Next guy, let's talk about Fracus. Now I'm not gonna lie, he's probably gonna go with my my Scourge, because you know, I know in G1 he always had Fracus. But just look at him, he looks pretty cool. A little bit of blueberry coloring on the face here, and just to get closer to the frame, and a little bit of that blueberry color on the chest here, on the little faux six-pack, and he has a more dark blue for the visor, and a white Cybertron symbol. I think everything else is just plain gray plastic, but some pretty good mold detail. The arms can go up and down, out to the sides, and legs can do the full trowel, so that's pretty good. And then go out that far, and then go out this back that far. So that's a pretty good wide range of motion for a, you know, little small guy. Now yet again, I have never ever transformed one of these, so, but I imagine it's pretty simple. I imagine the gun comes up to here, the legs probably tuck back here, or they don't. Let's see. Hold on a second, guys. I probably should have read the instructions. So I'm probably coming off all kinds of unprofessional right now. And sorry for the technical difficulties. I fucking fool, because most time than not I don't read instructions, but I did. Sorry. Apparently he has like a whole waist joint right here that can bend. So, hey, add that articulation, guys, right? Alright, anyway, you bend that waist joint all the way up to here. Cause I know a lot of guys probably already had this weaponizer, and it's probably more simple for them. So, I'm learning. So here we go. That's Fracus in gun mode, and he too comes with some blast effects, which I guess you just put right here on the barrel, like so. And get this one on there. So there you go. You know, so that's pretty cool. And let's see if Skywalker can hold that as well. So let's place that in the hand. And yeah, holds that pretty good too. Alright, let's get him out of there. Now let's move on to the last one, being Strut. I think, in my opinion, he's kind of my favorite of the three. It's just because of coloring, and because I like the gray, and the black. And he has a little bit of orange trim on the pants here for his vents here and here. And let's see, make it focus. Has the Cybertron symbol right there on the middle of his chest, and it has also that orange on his face, and light orange for eyes. As for articulation, very close to Fracus. And the arms go like this far. You can rotate full 360. They're on ball joints here, as you can see. Legs can do the full Van Damme, what I like to call a full trowel. Get the gun barrel out of the way. You can go out this far and this far. So you get a full range. And I think it's more enough for a figure of this size. This is my opinion. As transformation, I'm pretty sure the same way. That goes over his head. Let's see here. Does this thing have a waistband? Nope, no waistband. So I imagine on this one, let's see here. If it's anything like the last guy, these go together. Let's see. Yep. It does have a bit of an ab crunch. So again, you can count that towards his posability if you want to. And there you go. Transformed. I believe I got that right. And he too has blast effects, if you want to put those on the end of his barrel. I think that looks pretty good. So let's bring Skywarp back in. And let's go ahead and put him in. Oh, let's get in there, right? Let's put him in here. And let's go ahead and give him let's give him the axe, just to make for pterodactyl. Let's make it more varied. If I can get that in the hand there. There we go. So yeah, this is him. This is the gang all armored up, and I'm pretty sure if I remove one of the null rays, I think it's all in box art. Get this, it can go in there because I know this whole siege line is about weaponizing the guys up anyway. So yeah, there you go. That Skywarp holding every single ornament that he comes with, minus the null ray. And I think that looks pretty cool. I think as weapons go, I'm kind of partial. I didn't think I would be to the pterodactyl character here, because I like the whole thing of having the axe. In my opinion, he doesn't really need the other guys quite as much because he already has null rays. But the fact that he has them is pretty cool. The rest of the Seekers didn't come with the extra stuff, which I don't honestly think was totally needed, but it's always a welcome addition to have extra stuff with your figures. And see how Skywarp is essentially the last Seeker we need to complete our original trio. It's all good. Now, since I have Skywarp here, let's talk about him. He's the main thing in the box set. And let me go ahead and start the joke proper. He's just like Starscream. And this is like my Skywarp review, not Skywarp, my Thundercracker review. You're probably going to hear that a lot. But honestly, he's really good. I like these colors that he has. I think Thundercracker is still my favorite in terms of that blue because I love blue. But he's painted up pretty nice. Got the same weathering, the exact same as the other two. In fact, give me a second here. I'm gonna grab the other two. I'll bring those right in now. Anyway, I brought the whole gang in. And I have to say, for anyone who doesn't know, and this kind of gives me goosebumps now. I've never ever at one time had a full set of Seekers ever. I've always had Starscream or Thundercracker or Skywarp or a combination of even two of them. I've never had all three of the trio, and now I do, and this feels really good. I never went into the whole MP thing, and I realized if I could have had them all three then, but this feels right. This feels awesome. But enough of my gushing, about having all three of them. I'm here for the comparison. So, as you can see, my battle damage is all the same. What you really get with him, it just bitches the colors. Now, in terms of his head is more in line with Starscream's. No smirk there. Only he came with the smirk, and I believe Red Wing did too. Though I probably won't pick him up. For the moment, let's get these two guys out of the way. Put them way over here. Let's talk about paint apps. He has start the feet. His feet are, I believe, just purple plastic, but he has silver paint apps here on the feet, just like Starscream. And purple paint here for the shins here. Silver weathering or battle damage, we're gonna call it. Everything else is, I believe, is just colored plastic. You have some gray. You have some gray paint here for the intakes. Clear orange translucent for the chest. I think this too is just colored plastic, but the paint here is actually for the weathering. No rays are kind of a grayish gunmetal color. I don't believe in paint though. And he also has the same translucence back here to the head, which gives him if you put a light back here, you get a cool, nice little glow. Silver for the face, and a little bit of a get the arm out of the way. You get some more purple back here, and you get his Cybertron symbols, which are kind of hard to see because they kind of blend. They're so light, kind of just blend in. I wish there'd been kind of a heavy purple, like the coloring here is for the symbols, but oh well. And it's just, you get more here at the top here, which is once is alt mode, a little purple here for the pylons in between. On the back, get a little bit more of the paint here. But the paint is mostly used for the weathering. And you get some symbols here, but shows up a little bit better than Thundercrackers, I say. Now, for articulation, which I have to say again, just like Starscream, You know, you can get a full range of motion out of the wings. You can move them back, up and down, like so. Same on both sides, up and down. The arms go out fully that way. You get a little bit of butterfly joint, you can fold it in, which is always nice. Full 360. 360 at the bicep. Let me get my hand in there. Like so. And he get a full bend on a double hinge here. That's pretty good. Get a full 360 at the hand. If I can get my hand in there and get it out of the way of the camera, you guys can see it. So I guess that. As far the waist goes, almost full 360, but the wing pack, the backpack kind of get in the way. But it's okay. It's about as much range you need out of him anyway. As far as legs go, you can go get the full Van Damme or full trowel, which is good. Legs bend up this far, not that much backwards due to the backpack and wings or whatever, whatnot. But it's all good. Again, we're used to that. Legs bend all the way back, so you can basically kick his own ass if you're into that. Feet have a ankle articulation, so you can get some good stuff going on. The same on both sides there, I can see. And here's a heel right here, so you can kind of fold the foot up like so to get that going on there. And goes back that far. So yeah. So at the end of the day, just like Starscream. But even though I make that joke, just like Starscream, we all expect that because the Seekers are basically just the same mold repeatedly. I still hope we get Coneheads, and if we do, I hope they change up the body type just a little bit, just for them. Now I'm gonna take a moment and get him transformed along with his three brothers and compare alt modes. So until then, I'm gonna have Blaster play me out, and I'll be right back. And I'm back. And you won't believe how fast I actually got all three of these guys transformed. Because honestly, at this point, the muscle memory is out of this world. It took like a second to get all three transformed. But anyway, I thought I'd share that. But yeah, this looks really good. I really like the silver here, the silver paint that they put onto the, I guess you call it the nose cone here. It looks really good. And just I think that the accents on this thing look really great. The purple here, although yet again I am more of a fan of Thundercracker. This is really popping. The accents of purple here, the black here on the vents and whatnot, it all works fairly well together. Even I guess I'm gonna call it weathering, not battling. I'm gonna call it weathering. Much like Thundercracker, I feel like it looks best on this mold because it looks more like the paint has just has this like a natural wear and tear. Like the paint is starting to rub off, because this guy's probably fly through space and everything else, been shot at. Everything else, it looks almost like natural wear, which I think looks better than the Starscream pulled off. Because Starscream looks more like, I don't know, bird shit to me. But this looks really good. Also, since this one came with the weaponizers, and we do have all these ports here, I'm gonna pull off his null rays right now. I'm gonna see if I can't get him to actually hold the other guys. Like here's a strut. Here, let's see, can he plug in anywhere? Yeah, let's plug him in there. So we got that going on there. Let's take Fracas. Let's plug him in here. So I think that looks pretty good. I would use Pterodactyl, but him being an axe, I don't think it worked that well. Let's see, anywhere I can get into no raise back in? No, not really. Let's see. I see we still have our ports here. But once you have the weaponizers in there, you can't really get to them. You can rotate out of the way, but no. I guess you gotta pick one or the other. But I think even this right here, this looks pretty cool. But at the end of the day, when it comes to a Seeker, I'm still gonna just have his no raise plug in there. But overall, yet again, you know, it's a remold, just like Starscream. But it looks really good. And they kept a little pig back here, some Thundercracker. They kept that the same way. So this thing doesn't always constantly pop off. You can pull it off with extra force, but it doesn't have to come off, unlike Starscream's. Now, for comparison of all three, this is how your team will look now. Get my way. Let's get Starscream in the middle. I think that looks really, really phenomenal. Let me get this on the frame. That looks really, really good. I'm pleased. If I never get the Rainmakers or Red Wing or the Coneheads, I'm kind of cool with this. Although I won't lie, I do want some Coneheads. And if I were to get the Rainmakers, to say I were, I'll probably keep my Rainmakers probably in alt mode and maybe get flight stands and have them behind these guys. But this looks awesome, and I think for most part, Thundercracker and Skywarp both pull off, especially alt mode, better than Starscream. Because Starscream's, just to me, this wear and tear shit here, it looks like bird shit. Only thing that Starscream to me personally does better than these two guys is that his Decepticon symbol shows up better. Because right, you can see it so well here. Look at Thundercrackers, it kind of just blends. It kind of looks more of a smudge. And same with Skywarp. But other than that, I think Skywarp and Thundercracker pull it off a little bit better. And this is it. This is all three together. This concludes my review of. It concludes my review of Skywarp. I hope you enjoyed it. I've enjoyed it. And I know a lot of other guys are getting their reviews out today, so I figured, you know, since I got this guy in the mail, I was going to rush it. I guess just get through it because it's just a repaint. But I want to make sure you guys got my point of view on him. And, you know, I think he's awesome. And I think you should buy him, especially if you're in for the line. You won't be sorry. Matter of fact, you gotta buy him. Like Pokemon, gotta catch them all. So, you gotta catch some Skywarp. Man, he looks really good. But anyhow, yeah, this has been Sardo Noomspa, the Black Gentleman, out here doing God's work, collecting these seekers. Until next time, peace out.